Missing someone. Love with all your
Chiefs Kingdom, welcome back. I'm Steve, and I'm here with Mike, and we are all chiefed up. Today, we're going to be talking about our third round draft pick, linebacker from Wisconsin, Leo Chenal.
Leo Chenal is a beast.
Absolute beast.
Love that pick.
I
That may
love
have
it.
been one of my favorite picks of the whole draft, to be honest.
I love how eccentric he is and just how crazy he is, and just off the wall, writing death row in his arms, writing random things on his arm, talking about how he loves hitting people. He's addicted to it. I mean, the guy's fun. He's like a WWE wrestler, but we drafted him to play some football.
Yeah, I
how you
loved
not
it.
like him?
Dude, he's mean. But yeah, we took him round 3, pick number, I think 39. I can't read my own handwriting. Pretty sure it says 39. But he's 6'3", 250, 31-inch arms, 9 3/4 inch hands. He runs a 4.5 40. That is pretty good for his size.
Yeah, for sure.
128-inch broad jump and a 40.5-inch vert. So this dude is explosive.
Right. Also young, along with the theme. We drafted all these young guys. He's 21 years old. Got a lot ahead of him. Very versatile player. Plays hard, nose down, makes hits. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the guy we talked about last time, Brian Cook, just out there, ringing hits.
Yeah, man, that was a theme from Beach. I think our defense is tired of being serviceable. Our defense wants to be a key point here. Like, we want to be the reason we're winning games, not, we just have to hold on so Mahomes can score.
All right, we're going to impose our will on other teams through defense and not just play bend, don't break all the time. I think that's what we're leaning towards.
Dude, if our defense can get it together and we can get like to top 10, we should be blowing teams out. Like, it shouldn't even be close.
Leo Chenal, he was a kind of a freak high school player, wasn't he? He was playing both sides of the ball, literally playing every play of the game. He was a running back. He was a linebacker. What school did he go to, Mike?
Grantsburg High School in Wisconsin. He actually his senior year, he won offensive and defensive player of the year in the state of Wisconsin. He ended up having 385 tackles, 7 sacks, 55 tackles for a loss, and 3 interceptions as a defensive player of the year. So, I mean, that's insane. His offensive number for offensive player of the year at running back, 3,706 rushing yards with 68 touchdowns, 1,300 receiving yards with 17 more touchdowns.
His high school coach actually said that Leo Chenal was the best football player he had ever seen.
Dude,
just nothing he can't do.
Also, he was an all Lakeland honors in track and basketball. It was a 4-year honor roll student. So this dude is like one of a kind, dude. Like, athletic.
Coming out, he didn't get a whole lot of college offers. I think you said he got an offer from San Diego State as well as Wisconsin.
Yep.
Also read that he visited Iowa and he also visited Minnesota, which I don't guess they ended up offering Leo. But of course, being a Wisconsin boy, growing up watching him, he had to take that Wisconsin offer. So that's where he ended up. And he had a very successful career there at Wisconsin.
In 2021, he had 115 tackles, 18 and a half tackles for a loss, 8 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. He was the second team AP All-American, and he won Big Ten Linebacker of the Year. And he'd done this all missing 2 games because of a COVID positive, and he missed 2 games and still had all that.
He's often described as freakishly strong with a bench press max of 395 while he was in college, and also squats up to 505, which is insane. This guy is just a monster. Also, he cites his inspiration as John Chenal, his brother, who actually ended up going to Wisconsin as well. And he was a special teams player, but he had actually committed to go to North Dakota. He ended up changing that up and going to play with Leo at Wisconsin. So he said that's a big inspiration for him. And his brother was always pushing him to be even better and better. So that's kind of cool, too. They got to play together in Wisconsin.
Yeah, so it was funny that, as you said, they're always trying to outbench each other. At the combine, Leo benched 225. He did 26. And a few days later, his brother sent him a video of him benching 225 27 times.
Yeah.
He had to one-up him. So I thought that was hilarious. But, we know from experience, brothers, you're always trying to one-up each other, especially with sports. Like, we pushed each other to be better. And I'm sure, they did it too. Not to mention he's got, what is it, 15 other brothers and sisters. I think he's got 8 boys and 8 girls in that family. So good
Big
God, they're
family,
probably
man.
fighting for everything. They were probably fighting for food and air and who knows.
Place to sleep at.
I know, man. I don't envy those parents.
One of my favorite things about Leo Chenal is he is very vocal that he absolutely hates being on the sideline. He wants to play at all times. He, like I said, when he grew up in high school, he was playing every play on both sides of the ball. And now he's progressed. He wants every defensive snap he can get. He wants to be on the field, and he says he will do anything and everything he has to do to get to that point to where he plays as much as possible. He does not want to be on the sideline. I love that about him. He wants to be out there. He wants to change the game. He wants to play hard, and he wants to help his team win.
Yeah, and I think he's smart enough to do it. We've already seen in OTAs and rookie camp, he's going to learn the strong side, the Sam, and he's also learning the Mike. He's learning the middle, either to relieve Bolton in case Bolton gets hurt, just snaps, whatever it is on the field. You just said you want to see him on the field at the same time, let him eat. And dude, Leo, if you watch his Wisconsin highlight reel, it's a lot of getting on the line, shooting the gap, and crushing somebody in the backfield, usually a quarterback. He hates quarterbacks, I think. But yeah, this kid is going to be fun to watch. Like, I was super excited over that
If
pick.
you guys watched our video talking about the edge rushers, we actually had a lot of you guys comment and say, hey, Leo Chenal can get down in that edge position as well. But I don't know if he'll particularly do that, but he will come up on the line and rush a quarterback in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he's not putting his hand in the dirt. That's not happening. But other than that, you could see a lot of crowded lines. And, Spags does that anyway. He'll look like he's sending 8 and 5 will drop back in coverage, or it looks like we're not sending nobody and then 8 people will come at you. Leo's going to be perfect for that.
Yeah, and if you watched any of his tape, Leo's a very downhill player. He can close a gap fast. So, I mean, there were several times in college where he's not even particularly rushing the quarterback, but when that quarterback gets in that position, maybe he scoots out of the pocket. Leo was down there in a heartbeat just to grab this dude. So, I mean, he offers a lot.
Dude, my favorite Leo Chenal story. This might take just a few seconds, but it's worth it. In high school, their team was undefeated, so they always got taken out of the game at halftime. So finally, in the Eclair Division 6 quarterfinals at Grantsburg, they played another undefeated team. And all week long, he was telling his coach he's so excited because he'll get to play the whole game, right? So in that game, Leo Chenal, you've got to hear how much he went off in that game. In this game, he was a running back on offense, 42 carries, 233 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He had 3 receptions for 40 yards and a touchdown, and he threw an 8-yard touchdown pass. But not to be outdone, he played defense as well, and he had 22 tackles, 16 solo, and 1 forced fumble, and his team won the game 31-29. His coach said that if not for Leo Chenal, they'd have been blown out.
Oh, yeah, I actually saw that. His coach said that Leo Chenal single-handedly willed his way to that win, that was all him.
That is certain stats for certain high school players in a season, and this dude did it in a game against an undefeated school. That's insane, dude.
Hey,
this Leo Chenal kid is different.
He's just an athlete, man. He loves to play football, and that's the kind of people we want on this team. So, I mean, that's great. I cannot wait to watch him play some defense. I think he's going to make some noise early, and he's going to be a fan favorite. I mean, he already has kind of took that role as a fan favorite just by some of the little comments that he said where, what are you bringing to the table, Leo? And he comes back with violence. He's going to hit people. He's going to hit people hard. He loves hitting people. He's addicted to it. And so, of course, everyone bit onto that, and they're just like, heck yeah. Leo Chenal is awesome.
We've done what, 5 of these now, and we've done a corner. We've done defensive end Karloftis. The only offensive player we've done is Sky Moore, and he's got a very physical mentality as well. But otherwise, Brett Veach loaded up this defense with mean, heavy hitters.
Absolutely. I mean, the defense is very, very young, and we've said before in previous videos and podcasts that that's going to take these guys several weeks to gel and to get together to where they need to be. But when they do, especially the way Spagnuolo, he kind of starts slow every year. His defenses start slow, but normally by like week 8, they're starting to come together. I mean, you saw that a couple years ago, or it might have been last season, where we went from worst defense in the league to top 5 defense in the league, first half of the season to last half of the season. I think you're going to see kind of something like that this year, but these players have got to gel together, but they're all young and they're all great players. So we only have good things to look forward to.
So here we go. It's that time of the video again, Steve. Do you have a player comp for Leo Chenal?
I always comp him to Dante Hightower. So I do like that. I mean, it's just somebody that's going to blow up the hole, and I mean, just give you all out effort, man.
I comped him to Ray Mawaluga, the linebacker that came out of USC a few years ago. He's violent. I mean, he said it himself. He will hit you. He will break every bone in his body to stop a run or to hit a quarterback. So, man, I can't wait to see this dude play for real.
Right. And his nickname Death Row, we kind of just, put that all together for the linebacker crew with him and Bolton and Gay. They're going to be the Death Row this year. And then the executioners behind them with Justin Reed and Brian Cook. It's going to be fun, exciting to watch. So I'm really pumped about the Leo pick. I was ecstatic when they picked Leo. I actually watched a lot of his tape when we were going through the draft and doing mock drafts and things like that. And I always loved Leo Chenal, but I didn't think that we would get him. I really didn't think that was the type of player that Beach was going to go for. So I don't know if I might have mocked him to the Chiefs once in my million mock drafts, but he always stuck out to me. And then our boy Broshmo, he loved Leo Chenal. He had him as the number one linebacker in the entire class. So if you don't watch his videos, get over there to his channel and check out Broshmo. But Leo Chenal was his favorite, man. And I'm ecstatic that we ended up with him. I think that was a great pick right there, especially coming after the Brian Cook pick. It kind of picked me back up when we got Leo. I went from mad that maybe we shouldn't have took a safety right here to just I was completely happy with the day.
Yeah, like speaking of Broshmo, we talked about him in our mock draft. We all considered Leo Chenal could go as high as the last pick in the first round with Detroit. Like we felt that high on Leo Chenal, and then for him to fall to the end of the third round, that is just insane value on a player like him. But that just speaks to the character and the way that Brett Veach lets that draft board work for him. And as you said, we didn't really mock him to us. We seen him more as that inside guy, and we knew we had just struck gold with Nick Bolton. But I mean, putting him as a Sam, and just kind of letting him like blitz and just do work, that's genius by Veach. Like I guess that's why he's got the job and we don't.
It's just another great player that's coming in with a chip on their shoulder because they went lower than they thought they were going to. I mean, look at Sky Moore, look at Darian Kennard, and then Leo Chenal. I mean, these players think they should have gone higher, and they probably should have gone higher, but they didn't for whatever reason. So they're coming in with a chip on their shoulder, ready to prove something to the NFL and everybody watching. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be a good thing. I think that Veach nailed it in this draft, and Leo Chenal could have been his best pick, to be honest.
Yeah, we're gonna only time's gonna tell, but I think Leo will be up there at the end. If not, if anything else, it's a fan favorite pick in the next 3 to 4 years, I think, for sure.
Absolutely. So if you guys are excited to watch Leo Death Row Chenal get out there and ring some heads for the Chiefs, make sure that you like this, you subscribe, hit the bell so you can get notifications when we come out with new videos. We will be coming out with more of the Chiefs draft picks. Who are we coming up with next, Mike? Do you know?
I think it's Josh Williams.
Josh Williams. Yeah, it is Josh Williams, cornerback. So that should be a fun one too. Make sure you guys stick around for that. Anything else, Mike?
No, man. If you guys got a suggestion for what we need to name the front part of our defense, we've got death rows, the linebackers, and the executioners. So if you guys got something for the down linemen here with Carl Loftus and Clark and Chris Jones and all those guys, drop it in the comments, man. We want to get this whole defense rolling with some cool nicknames. So
do that for us. But thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
See ya.